Three, two, one. Good morning. Hope everyone is doing okay. So, here we go with another episode of A Dad's Journey. A little bit of a personal update. My older son is not feeling well, so he's home from school again for the second day. So, I'm taking care of him, taking some time out of the office to handle that. But while he's resting, I figured I would jump on here and record a quick video. Got sucked down a rabbit hole this morning of Gary Vee videos. I hope he doesn't mind me dropping his name, but I love your work, sir, and it's been a bit of an inspiration to me as of late. What prompted me, actually, besides a suggested video on YouTube, was when I was on duty this past month, the weekend, the conversation came up about money and jobs and stuff like that. And I'm an NCO, so I am in a leadership position. I was holding the conversation with my troops, and one of them basically said, have your own business, be your own boss, don't work for other people, kind of thing. It was that kind of vibe. And of course, what did I do? I gave her a high five because it's the truth. A lot of people may not want that. They want to have a boss. They want to go to the office. They want to have job security. They want to have all that, earn a paycheck, do something that they hopefully enjoy, retire with a pension, go off into the sunset, whatever, right? Which is, at one point, was advertised as the American dream. Not so much anymore. Another soldier who does very, very well for his job, and he works for an organization in the federal government, and that's all I'm going to say with that. But he makes very good money, and he does very well, and he's very happy, and he's very proud to announce that kind of thing. Cool. Good for you, man. Most other people in the unit, however, on one way or another, either have their own business, trying to start their own business, have an idea for a business, and all that. Others do not, of course, fine. If that's not what you're wanting to do with your life, nothing against you, right? And it got me really thinking, because I make pretty good money in the civilian world, right? I pay my bills. We have money left over each month to do other things, right? So technically we're living paycheck to paycheck because I don't have enough in savings just to say I'm out, or like take a couple weeks or months off and go off and do a vacation or something like that. I don't have that stability like most people, especially since the pandemic started. I don't have that stability. However, I want to have that life. I want to be able to have that stability, and not 100% sure working for what some people call the man would do that. I'm kind of rambling on here, and you're going to get a lot of this sometimes when it's not a planned recording. It's one of those things like, you know what, I have this idea in my head, something inspired me, I'm going to jump on the mic and I'm going to do it. My goal is not to be a multi-millionaire or a billionaire. I don't think that would create happiness in my life. I don't think that would... obviously it'll financially benefit, and it'll have security for my family and, children, grandchildren, and what so on, generationally down the road. And by the way, side note, I don't believe generational wealth is a bad thing. I think it's just, there's nothing wrong with it. So all those people who have an issue with it, whatever, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with generational wealth because it was built by somebody at some point. Just because it was passed down their family tree doesn't make them bad people, or doesn't make it a bad thing. Okay? If you have such a problem with it, build your own wealth and then pass it to your children and grandchildren or whatever, and then, see how it is. Anyway, so I want to be able to essentially eliminate my debt, right? Because I think debt is a bad thing, and shout out to Mr. Dave Ramsey, who actually brought me onto that concept, because I was a firm believer of credit cards and, loans and this and that, and recycling your debt and using one form of debt to pay off another debt, and, building your credit score and all that stuff. Not so much anymore. My credit score is fine, but it's a drain on my finances and my life. 50% of my bills are due to debt, and it sucks. Ugh. Anyway, so I'm working on that. I'm working on hopefully building a brand, and my niche is myself. So that's what I'm trying to do. Eventually, I would like to have an organization, have a company, whether it be small, large, whatever. That's, I guess, subjective in some sense. I'm not a business professional, so I don't know if like 5 employees or 10 employees and what qualifies as small, medium business. I'm sure that there is a definition, and if you have it, please share it with me, and so I can gain some knowledge. Great. But I want to eventually one day be in a position to where I go to my office, not the office. Let me say that again. I want to be in a position to go to my office, not the office. I'm not the first person to say that, I'm sure, but it took me until me being nearly 40 years old, and I know I look great for my age, don't I? Nearly 40 years old, and realize that, hey, I want to work for me, work for and my family, and build something for myself, and do that. Not saying I'm going to quit my job today, tomorrow, or anytime in the future. No. Bills still got to be paid, right? Bills still got to be paid, and I have no problem working for someone else to do that until such a time and opportunity comes to where I can responsibly do it myself. Make sense? Now, if I really found the courage and the gumption and the wherewithal and maybe even some knowledge to do this 20 years ago, when fresh out of high school, or my early 20s, or whenever, to go for it before I had people that I'm responsible for their lives, for their safety, for, food, clothing, and shelter, sure, I would go for it. Why not? Because it'd just be me, right? I can live off, I still kind of do live off ramen noodles because those things are delicious. But I can do that. It's fine. Now, I can't so much because I have other responsibilities. So that's what I wanted to talk about. That's what I got inspired to say today was Gary Vee. I watched, there's a playlist on his channel, like how to start. You can go on there. I'm not a paid sponsor of Gary Vee. I have not collaborated with him in any way. I'm not, whatever. I'm a fan, and I thought that entire playlist of like 9 videos really kind of put a kick in my butt this morning to create another video for my up and coming channel. So hopefully it doesn't get pissed off and I have to end up taking this down. So that, and I also saw a couple of Dave Ramsey videos this morning. So hopefully he doesn't have an issue with me mentioning his name, but I think a lot of his information and content is very helpful and it beneficial. It benefited my life. That me and my wife have started a journey to be financially independent and not rely on, consumer debt and everything else to survive. So that said, I was inspired to make this, and hopefully people respond to it, and we'll go from there. If you haven't noticed the shirt, my people, when I was on another contract, we obviously didn't have to wear ties and stuff like that when we were on Zoom from staying at home and working during the pandemic. And I always like these funny t-shirts and stuff like that. And this was my colleague's favorite. The team that I was on, this is the shirt that they like the most. And yeah, so I'm wearing it today. I think it's fun. Okay, well, get out there, do your thing, Hope everyone is having a good day and they're driving forward and all that. And yeah, just keep on keeping on, I guess. So All right. That's it for right now. More to come. So stay tuned and yeah, have a good day.